Jimmy Cliff, the dancehall great. James Chambers OM, born July 30, 1944, better known by his electrifying stage name, Jimmy Cliff, is a Jamaican dynamo in the world of ska, rocksteady, reggae, and soul. This multi-talented musician, singer, and actor isn't just any reggae artist. He's the only one still kicking who has snagged the Order of Merit, Jamaica's top honor for arts and sciences. Mainstream fans might recognize him for belting out timeless hits like Many Rivers to Cross, You Can Get It If You Really Want, The Harder They Come, Reggae Night, and the feel-good anthem Hakuna Matata. And let's not forget his unforgettable covers of Cat Stevens's Wild World and Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now, the latter famously featured in the film Cool Runnings. Cliff also took his talent to the big screen, starring in the iconic film The Harder They Come, which sent reggae rhythms reverberating around the globe, and the comedy club Paradise. As if his musical genius wasn't enough, in 2010, Jimmy Cliff joined the elite ranks of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, solidifying his legendary status in the annals of music history. So stick around as we explore the incredible journey of Jimmy Cliff, a true musical legend and a beacon of Jamaican culture. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Jimmy Cliff Early Life. Jimmy Cliff, born James Chambers on July 30, 1944, in the scenic St. James parish of colonial Jamaica, started crafting his musical magic early. While still a primary school student, he'd be found tuning in to a neighbor's sound system, conjuring up his first songs. At 14, his journey took a significant turn when his father whisked him off to Kingston, where James Chambers transformed into the legendary Jimmy Cliff. Cliff's spiritual journey is as dynamic as his music. He briefly embraced the Rastafari movement before converting from Christianity to Islam. These days, he sees himself as a free spirit with a universal outlook on life, unbound by any single movement or religion, and puts his faith in science. On the personal front, Cliff is a family man. He's married with a daughter, Lilty Cliff, and a son, Aiken Cliff. Adding to the family's star power, he's also the proud father of actress and singer Nabia B. Career. Cliff sought out many producers while still in school, striving to get his songs recorded, but faced many rejections. He also entered talent contests, trying to break into the music scene. In his own words, as shared on his website, one night he boldly walked into a closing record store and restaurant and persuaded Leslie Kong to start a recording business with him. After 2 singles that didn't make waves, his breakthrough came with a Hurricane Hattie, a hit when he was just 17, produced by Kong. Cliff stayed with Kong until his untimely death in 1971. His subsequent local hits included A King of Kings, A Dearest Beverly, A Miss Jamaica, and A Pride and Passion. In 1964, Cliff was chosen to represent Jamaica at the World's Fair in New York and appeared in This Is Ska, alongside big names like Prince Buster and Toots and the Maytals. Soon after, he signed with Island Records and moved to the UK. Initially marketed to a rock audience without success, Cliff's career took off in the late 1960s. His international debut album, Hard Road to Travel, 1967, received rave reviews and featured the hit A Waterfall, which won the International Song Festival in Brazil. Hits like Wonderful World, Beautiful People, 1969, and Vietnam in 1970, the latter praised by Bob Dylan as the best protest song he'd ever heard, solidified Cliff's global presence. In 1972, he starred in the film The Harder They Come, playing Ivanhoe Ivan Martin, a character whose struggles mirrored Cliff's own early career challenges. The film and its soundtrack became international sensations, putting reggae on the global map. In 1975, Cliff performed on the inaugural season of Saturday Night Live. After releasing several albums, he took a break to travel to Africa, where he converted to Islam and adopted the name El Hajj Naim Bachir. In a 2021 interview, Cliff shared his affinity for ancient Egyptian knowledge and skepticism about the COVID-19 pandemic response, later distancing himself from his Islamic conversion, stating it didn't fulfill his soul. Returning to music, Cliff toured extensively and collaborated with Kool and the Gang. In 1984, he performed at the Pinkpop Festival in the Netherlands. Bruce Springsteen's inclusion of Cliff's Attraptee in his live set during the River Tour brought the song widespread recognition. Cliff's 1985 album Cliff Hanger won a Grammy for Best Reggae Album, though it was his last major US success until 1993. He also contributed to the protest song A Sun City, and provided backing vocals for the Rolling Stones' 1986 album Dirty Work. Cliff continued his film career, starring in Club Paradise, 1986, with Robin Williams and Peter O'Toole and contributing to its soundtrack. His song A Shelter of Your Love featured in the 1988 film Cocktail. In 1990, he appeared in Marked for Death, performing at John Crow Air with his band. His hit You Can Get It If You Really Want To became the campaign anthem for Nicaragua's Sandinista National Liberation Front in 1990. In 1991, Cliff performed at the Second Rock in Rio Festival in Brazil. He enjoyed renewed mainstream success in 1993 with his cover of Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now from the Cool Runnings soundtrack, which topped charts in multiple countries. In 1995, he collaborated with Lebo M on a Hakuna Matata for the Lion King soundtrack. Cliff made a guest appearance on the Cartoon Network show Space Ghost Coast to Coast in 1997. Cliff has also supported independent artists, joining the inaugural panel of the Independent Music Awards in 2001. His 2002 album Fantastic Plastic People featured collaborations with Joe Strummer, Annie Lennox, and Sting. In 2004, he reworked the album songs with an electronic twist for Black Magic. He performed at the 2002 Commonwealth Games closing ceremony and saw his song You Can Get It If You Really Want It included in the Something's Gotta Give soundtrack in 2003. The Jamaican government awarded Cliff the Order of Merit in 2003, recognizing his contributions to Jamaican music and film. In 2007, he performed at the Cricket World Cup opening ceremony and embarked on a US and Canada tour in 2010. A You Can Get It If You Really Want It was adopted by the British Conservative Party in 2007, though Cliff distanced himself from political affiliations. Cliff was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010. Following a campaign by American fan Charles Earl. Wyclef Jean inducted him, marking a proud moment for Jamaican music. Cliff appeared in the 2011 documentary Reggae Got Soul, the story of Toots and the Maytals, and worked with Tim Armstrong of Rancid on the Grammy-winning album Rebirth, 2012. The album was lauded by Rolling Stone, and Cliff was named Artist of the Year by the Caribbean Journal. In August 2022, Cliff released the album Refugees, continuing his enduring legacy in the music industry. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to this channel for more interesting news.